What is up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of the Rehinged Diaries podcast with your host, Ali Karza. Yes, I am currently missing a nail. I am running on 4 hours of sleep. I hated how my hair and makeup turned today. Okay, I hate how it turned out, and it made me not even want to do or film this episode for you guys. But I'm like, I wanted to pump out at least one final episode for the year. I'd be lying to you if I said I was having a blast right now, because I'm really not. Okay, but for the people that are visually watching this episode, I have this really cute Hello Kitty onesie that I'm rocking right now, so I feel comfy. That's what's getting me through right now. I added some red hair extensions, okay? I really did dig the pink, but I wanted to try red since everyone's like, you should try red, blah, 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 blah. And I decided to try it, and I dig it somewhat, but I ordered white hair extensions, so it should be coming in really soon so I can mix the red and the white. I saw this Pinterest photo and it really inspired it, but watch my hair not even look like that. Honestly, another breakdown to come. And it'll be because of the choices that I make. But yeah. According to the title, you're probably like, okay, Allie's going to be talking about her dating wrapped 2025. And I feel like this is such a clickbait episode because I didn't really have a dating life, but I really wanted to talk about that. I really wanted to talk about that with you guys because I am notorious for always going on dates, always putting my heart out there, even despite the crazy experiences that I encountered. I still would tell you guys all about it. There's a reason why I wasn't posting any episodes whatsoever during this year because there was really nothing going on. My depression was that bad where it's I just rotted in my bed for months on end. I really wanted to talk to you guys about my dating wrapped and how it's literally I didn't even go on that many dates, let alone have situationships or little flings, nothing. My celibacy was literally, I wouldn't even say by choice. It's just nobody was fuckable. It's not like I was even desiring that. So whenever I try to date, I'll just be what's the point? I'm not feeling it, okay? For my dating wrapped 2025, it's if we're just talking specifically dating, it's oh my gosh, I think I probably, I don't want to say the amount of dates, but if we're gonna count people, it's in the beginning of the year, I think I started dating that girl. The one I told you guys about that I cried hysterically about. That was my first true heartbreak when it came to a girl. And I think she really did impact me deeply where I wanted to stop dating, but I don't want to say that's even the main reason why. Truly. Because I've had so many bad experiences and I've told you guys about it, but it's I don't know. For that experience specifically, I think I was just okay, maybe I should just focus on myself and not even start focusing on myself. I got so depressed, which we'll get to that. We'll get to all the things I've also learned throughout this year. I remember she impacted me so deeply because I can remember the face that she made when I was yeah, I'm celibate. Which I was literally about to reach my 1 year mark of my celibacy, which then I wouldn't really be celibate by choice. It'll be more okay, if the circumstance present itself, I will, whatever, I will dabble, one may say. Or it's I don't even want to consider it celibacy because back then when I used to wear celibacy, it's I was doing it with intention. Whereas now it's kind of if the opportunity presents itself and the circumstances align with what I'm looking for, okay. If not, then no. With her, I'll never forget the face that she made when I was I'm celibate. She went, ugh. And then I can tell she was scrambling to say something that didn't make her look like an awful person because that already told me everything. It's oh, that's definitely what your intentions were with me from the jump. But it's I would get the ick because it's why couldn't you just say that? Why couldn't you just say, oh, that's exactly what you were just looking for with me and that's your intentions? I would respect you so much more. And if anything, maybe I would even want to engage with it because at least I know what I'm getting myself into. But she was just oh, I could never do that. And it's I never asked. And it was very much giving that was always her intention with me. So that really did deeply impact me when I ended things with her because she was always very ghosty, only talked to me it was literally an inside joke with my friends at that time where I'm it's Thursday. It was always when the weekend was approaching is when I mattered to her or when I even crossed her mind. But throughout the whole week, she would not even talk to me, barely, if anything, a word or two. I feel at that time it really did something to my confidence because it's wow, I feel people have this perceived way of looking at me, and it's like so unfair because then I feel like no one really ever desires to really get to know me, just like immediately sexualized, and that's all you want with me. But then that kind of ruins my desire to even date, because then just be honest, like I would respect someone so much more if they're like, that's exactly what I'm just looking at with you, that's all that I want. I really did stop dating for a while, because I remember that was before the summer. I remember when her and I ended things, I was so heartbroken that I dabbled with my favorite friends of benefits. So like him would even like really consider him in this dating rap, because I'm like, we never dated. It was just specifically, you know. He was always there when a girl was heartbroken, but now he has a girlfriend, he's moved, so like he's no longer in the picture, which I wish him well. But like at that time, very much needed, definitely helped me through the heartbreak that I was in at that time. So that was that, and I did not date for a while. Like that's when the summer approached, because it was literally right before the summers when I hooked up with him. The summer happened and I was just so depressed, because that's when I was like, I think I got into this really deep fear of like, wow, my life is going to change. There's going to be a cost, you know? I feel like the song Thank Goodness from Wicked has definitely been like that song that's been like helping me through the motions. And We Can't Be Friends. Like, love those two songs. Like, specifically from Ariana Grande 2 is like everything. Well, the other one's Wicked, but like, yeah, it's been really helping me. I think I made an episode where I kind of talked about how I started really realizing how much I was being love bombed by my mother. And I feel like our relationship, like it was when I was holding on to, it's literally like that meme when you're holding onto the rope and the hand is like burning. That's exactly how I feel like my relationship is with my mom. It was like that for such a long time that I feel like, damn, I'm going to lose my relationship with her. And it's all that I ever craved and all that I've ever wanted. But it's like, I cannot imagine going to the level of where I'm trying to go to in my life holding on to her. Like it was just so draining. And it was the same thing for my best friend at the time, and we rekindled after that episode, which was so ironic because I'm like, dang, well, when I make my next episode, like she's gonna be back in my life. And ironically, like we talked again and we became best friends again, and we just went back to like square one, where it's like where I was feeling from the beginning, where I'm like, I can't imagine getting to the next level of my life with you there. Because I feel like it's the worst when it's like a toxic relationship, honestly. When you're in a toxic relationship and you just feel like, you know that saying where it's like, damn, we can't be good for longer the next amount of time. Damn, like we were just doing good. Like those toxic relationships is exactly how I felt with my mom and that friend. It's the ones that like I was holding on to the most, that I felt like it was like the rope meme, where I'm like, I don't want to lose them. Like my mom is a relationship that I've always desired having. It's always a relationship that I wanted. And then the best friend, it's like she like is my childhood friend. I really feel like she is my soulmate in many ways, but I also feel like we're such different lifestyles. And like I also feel like we both view friendship in a very different way, so we clash so much. And I'm not going to even get into that because it's like I said, like I respect her too much to really air out anything about her. Like I love her and I wish her the best, but it's like I just feel like we're in two different wavelengths, that it's like we crash so much and it just feels so draining to me. It makes me so sad and I just feel so like I get so emotional. Like it hurts so much. So I'm just like, you know what? It just is what it is. If we're going timeline wise, I got so depressed during the summer, so I did not date at all. And then it was like the ending of the summer, and that's when I met this girl, and we ended up, she was like my first date after that long period of time. And it was cool. Like we definitely both established right from the jump that we're not looking to get into anything serious. But if it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's like water off a duck's back. Went on like a couple dates, honestly. And she was amazing and she was lovely. It's not that we don't keep contact now, it just like fills it out so much that it's like, okay, like we have such different opposite schedules, that she works 2 jobs, so I'm like, I don't know how it's going to be realistic for us to see each other consistently, let alone a relationship. It's basically that on that, okay? No bad blood, but like it just didn't work out. And the last person that really changed my whole like perspective on dating was my gym crush. And if you I like, a part of me wants to tread lightly because he does give off the vibe that he watches my episodes or has. watch a couple or whatever, or keeps up with me, and it's like mentioning that I mentioned him on TikTok is bad because then he can look and see what I said about him. But it's like, you know what? It just is what it is, okay? Like, this is my diary, this is my podcast. I have the right to talk about my life. And if you don't want me to talk about you, then don't get involved with me, okay? But I won't never like say anything too negative to the point where like I'm gonna destroy someone's reputation. But yeah, I'll give a brief summary to the people that don't keep up with me on TikTok. And if you don't, what are you doing? I mentioned on TikTok like the day when I'm like, guys, I think I have a crush. And like I said, if you notice, the dating rap that I literally told you so far this year was all women. Because like I stopped having the desire to date men for such a long time. To the point where I'm like, I think I'm just like not into men anymore. Like completely. Like I'll always feel like I'll be bi for such a long time. I'm like, I have no attraction to men. Like I could be physically attracted to them and want to hook up with them. Like on an emotional level, it just doesn't exist. Or even a crush. Like I don't remember the last time I had a crush on a guy. Hence why when I started crushing on this person that I'm about to mention, all my friends were like, this is such a big deal because you never crush on guys. Even my coworkers were like, a crush on a guy? And they all wanted to hear about it. It was like fun, you know? Met this guy at the gym, whatever. And like everything happened so fast. Like it was to the point where like my best friend at the time, or like my friends, my coworkers, when I'm like, guys, I have a gym crush, and they're like, how did this happen? And I'm like trying to give them a timeline, but I'm like, literally I blinked and we're on dates. It was just like so fast, but in a beautiful way, not too fast. Like it was fast in a sense where it's like I was so in the moment, maybe, because you know when it's like so fast, you feel like there was no depth or nothing like that was created. Like it was so different. I don't know how to explain it. With him, it's like it was so fast where it's like so subtle. Like there'll be moments when I see him, I smile at him and he smiles at me, and I would always, I don't want to describe too much of him because then you guys can find out who I'm talking about. But we would just cross paths, okay? Not so attracted to him, not only because of his physical attraction, because like he's so physically attractive to me. I just love the fact that he's so witty like me. And that's the thing that I have to say, and I feel like a lot of people can agree, is that when it comes to dating in this generation, men are not witty or they can't flirt. Like heavy on the can't flirt. Like all they do is just sexualize you, and I'm like, okay, like this is your way of flirting, and that's a lot of men's way of flirting. Or some men's way of flirting, it's either like sexualizing you or bullying you. I noticed that a lot, and that's another main reason why I stopped being so attracted to the idea of dating men. When we would talk and flirt, I feel like they're just being mean. Like they'll just at one point being mean. They're trying so hard to insult me that they think it's gonna like, because a lot of the time I'm okay with being the butt end of the joke. But then it'll be to the point where I'm like, okay, now you're just flat out disrespecting me. And if I was a lot more sensitive, like this could have really made me crash out. But it's like I wouldn't, because I'm like, I water off a duck's back. Like I'm not gonna let a man make me feel like some type of way, like deeply. It came to him, it was like such a breath of fresh air, because one, he's so physically attractive, and then two, it's like it was the wittiness that I'm like, wow, like not once did you sexualize me, and then two, it's like you weren't bullying me or being mean at all. Like we're just both being witty. It's like I would see memes. Like I actually been seeing so much videos on my For You page on TikTok when it comes to like people being like, oh, that tension. And I felt like when you feel that tension with someone, it's so much stronger than like flirting. For me, we had both. It was like the tension of like, oh my God, I'm looking at you with my eyes in a way where I'm like, I like you. Times in my head, I'm like, I wonder if he feels it too. Until there'll be points where I can literally like feel his presence, feel when he's like watching me and like he comes up to me and talks to me. It's like he's applying so much pressure and effort that I'm like, he feels it too. It was just like everything was moving so fast in that sense, basically, where it's like it was a lot of wittiness, and then one day like it was just full on pressure where he was just like, I need to take you out on a date. And then we go on our first date, and it was so amazing. Like I literally could not stop thinking about him, and it was just so fun to have a crush like that, like an innocent crush where for the first time I didn't feel sexualized, where it's like, oh, that's all that he wants. Even if that's all that he did want from me, at least he was subtle with it, okay? I really highly doubt that was his intentions with me at all. Like he did not give off that vibe at all. It felt so good going to the gym, and it's like, oh my gosh, I want to make sure I look cute, so like when he's staring at me, which I know he was, it's like he gets a good view. I haven't remembered the last time I like had a crush on someone, and it's like it really did impact me like in a beautiful way. because I don't think anything's gonna come out of it, which is sad. But like at the same time, it's like I view it in a way where it's like I'm so thankful that I crossed paths with him. Not to get too deep as well, where it's like it made me have the desire to like date again. Because for a long time, I'm like, I think I'm just gonna be so focused in my work and the things that I'm passionate about, and like facing my fears, which we'll get to, was what really paralyzed me this year, instead of like focusing on dating. Because a part of me is like, I got like so scared of the idea of letting someone in. Like that's like my number one problem when it comes to dating. And I think that's why things ended with me and him in a good way. Like for me, I'm like, I just really wasn't feeling it anymore. Like I feel like he was giving off vibes that he was watching my podcast episodes, and then it made me uncomfortable. Not that he did anything with, like I said, like this is what I signed up for. I have 2 Instagrams. I have one for a private Instagram, or I have a public Instagram. A public Instagram obviously promotes my modeling, my lingerie modeling, or like, you know, my podcast, my TikTok, everything, like literally everything. And then my private Instagram, it's literally just private. It's just like pictures of me, and then like my, you know, my personal life, like something that I just wouldn't obviously have in the public page, whatever. And I'll let people that I'm dating or like romantically talking to only get access to that Instagram, even though some people are smart and end up seeing my public Instagram. But then it's like, I don't know, like the little Instagram icon is like it's the Patrick. If you look up my Instagram, you'll know what I'm referencing. Compared to my private Instagram, it's a picture of me and like my Instagram icon. Then my other Instagram icon, it's like Patrick, like a meme. So I would hope that they would never stumble upon it. And sometimes it works. Some people end up finding me. But for him, I accidentally gave him my public Instagram. And that's when I think I didn't want to self-sabotage. I'm like, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt and see if anything was going to grow from this. And if it wasn't, then it wasn't. But it's like, I feel like the moment I realized I accidentally gave him my public Instagram, and he's been giving off like the vibe, like the questions he was asking me, like it was so like, what made me so uncomfortable about it is like, you could just say like, hey, I lurked. And then like, I don't know, like it was the anticipation that really was turning me off. Cause like he'll make little comments like, so you live with your sister? And I'm like, I never mentioned that. Certain things he was saying, I'm like, you definitely, he's like, you have you have a resume. Like, oh my gosh, you have a podcast and YouTube channel. You have a TikTok. Like, girl, you have a resume. And I'm like, you definitely, like, I always feel like if someone mentions my podcast and they have discovery like of it, you've definitely lurked. Because that's what I would do. Like if I'm talking to someone, girl or boy, and they have a podcast and so many episodes and they've been so vulnerable, I am going to lurk. And I've cried. Like I've been so vulnerable that it's so sad in a way where it's like I get so ashamed by it. It's like, oh my gosh, like literally that one episode where I was like talking about the girl that I was dating and I was like crying and so emotional. It's like, for me as a creator, I love doing that because it's like when it comes to people out there, it's like you never know who you're gonna be reaching to, and like they resonate. Or some people, even my personal life, like people that I grew up with, they're like, Ali, we don't talk every day because of life, but they're like, I engage with their content because I feel like it's a FaceTime call, and that is like the most greatest feeling in the world. And it's like, as a creator, I love my podcast. I am running on 4 hours of sleep. I am exhausted. I should be meal prepping right now. There's so many other things I could be doing right now, but instead I turn on my camera and I'm going to be even more sleep deprived editing all of this. But I do it because I love it. As a creator, I love this. But then as a person, sometimes it just like there's that balance of like it's frustrating. Because then when people look into my life, it's kind of like I said, my problem in dating in general. So like I can't even put the blame on anyone else like I cross paths with, where it's like, I can't put the blame on you. It's like, oh, you lurked and now I feel weird or whatever. No, like I feel that way in dating in general, where it's like, even if he never got discovery or my podcast, even if he never lurked on it or cared, it's like I still would have found a way to feel like exposed in some way. But it just didn't help that I already feel like it's hard for me to let people into my life when it comes to like romantically dating, because I know that's so ironic, don't you think? Where it's like I let you guys as viewers like into my life so much. When it comes to like a partner, like it makes me so scared and uncomfortable. I feel like with him, it's like that vulnerability, or it's like, okay, we're like talking and like we met in such an organic way, because a part of me was like, I'm manifesting my next long-term partner is gonna be someone I meet organically. I don't want to meet through a dating app. I don't want to meet through them sliding in my DMs. Like I don't want that. Like I want to organically meet someone, have that wittiness where the vibe is instantly there and explore it. And I'm so thankful that I crossed paths with him because I got to experience that. Even if it didn't go anywhere. Like when I would tell my like hairstylist, I was telling her the last time I saw her, I was telling my cousin, I was telling my best friend at the time, they're like, that is so rare. Like at this time for you to meet someone in that circumstance, like you were definitely meant to meet him. I'm like, I 1000% agree. Especially with the lesson that I feel like I learned afterwards, where I'm like, even though it wasn't a match, like I took a step forward. And it was so scary and painful at first. So I'm like, damn, like I'm really liking this person. I barely even know them, but like I have a crush again, and it feels so good to like feel again. Because I feel like for like that's the craziest thing about fear throughout this like whole year that I've learned when it comes to fear of dating, fear in my career. Where it's like suppressing myself to feel things by like trying to play safe has hurt me so much more than just allowing myself to feel and just trusting in the fact that I can get through anything that I allow myself to go through. At the end of the day, it's like I'm so thankful that I got to have like a crush again. Because like all my friends are like, you having a crush on a man, let alone. Because the girls, it's like I would have crushes on them, but I feel like dating, like especially dating women in this generation, where it's like it's so much more safer and easier. Not that I'm saying that's why I prefer. I love women, okay? Going on dates with women is so much more fun. It will always be way more superior than dating, like going on a date with a man. He was the last person I went on dates with, and it was very, very nice. It was such a beautiful experience in the sense where it's like I got to like someone again. And you don't understand how like much of it, like you guys may not know it, because like I said, this whole year I haven't really like made episodes to really let you into my life and my thought process of where I was at that time, because I didn't want anyone to see me in that state. That's really the main reason why I wasn't making content this year. It just felt so good to like again, to feel again. And I can't wait to the point where I get to actually feel in love again, you know? Because there's times I battle with it. I'm like, damn, am I ever gonna like find love? In a sense where it's like, it's parts of me that I try to convince myself that I'm content and I don't care. Like if I don't ever like love again. But it's like, it's two different things where it's like, I don't care if I don't find love because I'm like loving my life and I'm so happy in what I'm doing and the people that I have in my life and just pouring into the things that make me happy. That is one thing. For me, it's another thing where it's like, I am literally withholding myself from experiencing love because of the idea of being vulnerable. Like people don't understand, like the last relationship I was in, that was a long-term relationship, it's like that was the last time I ever allowed someone to see me in my full entirety. And in that experience, it was so violently painful, like letting someone see me in like such a vulnerable way. I was so crucified. I feel like it was so weaponized towards me that it literally feels like I don't even know, like truly, if I'll ever feel that comfortable ever again, letting someone see me in that full entirety. And it's funny because like I said, I show so much of you guys of myself, but it would never equate to like, obviously when you're in a relationship, when you like lean on someone, like a partnership is so different compared to like what I do and what I film for you guys. I don't know if I'll ever feel that like comfortability. But then again, it's really easy for me to say that, but you never know who you cross paths with. Like you never know if you meet someone and they like make you feel that like, because like I said, like that's the reason why this crush that I had like was so impactful, because I'm like, he never made me feel like, oh my gosh, I can't be myself, or I should not talk to him, I should shoo him away, because he made me feel so comfortable. Like he wasn't sexualizing me, he wasn't like being like a bully in a way like of like flirting, like no, like he was so welcoming with his energy. I'm like, if I can feel that way with a little mini crush, imagine like love, you know? That's like why it was so impactful meeting him. Just something like I feel like it's gonna be a journey for me. It's like letting like someone see me, because especially with all that's gone on with my parents, like you guys missed a lot, okay? My relationship with my parents has actually gotten a lot worse, that it makes me even more scared to date, because then I'm like, what if like they want to meet my parents? Some people do get weird about that. The last person I was with, like I did not like, they didn't even meet my parents until like 3-4 months in of us talking. Then like they were like, I let you meet my parents, why can't I meet yours? Like, are you ashamed of me? And a lot of people resort to that feeling, but I'm like, I just don't want you to see like where I come from. Like I think that's my problem in dating. It's like I like shaping myself into what I want you to see. Then like obviously like when it comes to relationships, the reason why a lot of people don't get into them is because like you can only play that game for so long until you actually like you have to actually really be who you are. So that felt very nice. But in regards to the things that I've learned this year, because that was literally, like I said, my dating wrapped, because I was so depressed this year and I didn't date for a long time. And like I said, I didn't want to blame it on that girl that I dated in the beginning of the year, because like I'd feel like that'd be really inaccurate to blame it on her. Like I was just really, really depressed, because I've always like told all my coworkers like, oh, in the summertime, I'm going to work my way into moving out of Jersey and following my dreams. And I was on the right path. I was making good money on TikTok, just like doing all the steps. And then like the fear just paralyzed me. Or I'm like, what if I lose my best friend? Like moving away, like leaving behind this comfortability, this life that I built for myself. Like I feel like my whole life I was always on survival mode. And this is the first time in my life where I don't feel like I'm on survival mode. Like I'm literally like my bills are being paid with ease. I have a roof over my head and it's like calm and peace right now. Am I ready to let this go? Because then when I move somewhere, it's like I have my friends here. I have like so much of my life. It's like where I'm trying to move. It's like career wise, it is so necessary. But, you know, like it does come with a sacrifice. And a part of me was like, I don't know if I'm ready to do that. And I got so depressed, like so depressed. And I'm like, maybe like this is a bad idea. Like, how do I find peace? And the fact that I know in my soul, like my soul, my heart is telling me this is what I need to do to elevate, to get to the next level of my life. But you have to jump. Like, you have to jump. And it is so scary. Literally, the vast majority of my family lives literally in either in the city or like really close by. Like, they're really, really local. And it's because a lot of them haven't really like branched off and like spread their wings to go traveling, to do so much with their life. Like, I feel like especially my family, it's very unheard of for you to take big risks like that. It's why like it's even worse, like me having the dreams that I have and doing the things that I want to do. A lot of my family members will be like, that is crazy. You're trying to move in this economy. You're trying to do X, Y, and Z. Oh my gosh. And it's like, but I'd rather like it's the same thing with the feeling of like my crush. I'd rather feel something. Like, oh my gosh, I challenged myself. I got to meet new people. Like, I gotta try, like, spread my wings. Even if I fall flat onto the ground, at least I flew. Instead of like sitting in this bed where I'm like, okay, I'm comfortable though. My bills are paid with ease. And, you know, I'm not waking up to like screaming, arguing, and just like toxicity. It's like, I have it good. But how good is it if I'm sitting there and I feel like my soul is like angry at me? Because it's like, you're not doing your purpose. You're not serving your purpose. You're remaining smaller than what you're meant to be, basically. So I'm like, I feel like I'm going against what my body's telling me what to do. Because my body tells me jump and you won't regret it. But of course, my mind is like, but Ali, let's think of the logistics here. Like, moving in this economy, you just got a new car. Like, you know, like your debt is paid, but it's like, are you ready to like put yourself in more debt? You're not making as much as you used to on TikTok. It's like, I'd rather feel something than like try to stay small and try to be comfortable and try to play it safe. For what? For what? Because that was the epitome of this whole entire year. And it's like the irony of it at all. If anyone's feeling that watching or listening to this episode where you're feeling paralyzed with fear, let me tell you this. It was so impactful that I got to experience all of this. Because I feel like this whole year I was like shaming myself because I wasn't doing anything. Or I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not like taking like small little baby steps into following my dreams. I could barely even make a TikTok. I could not even turn on my camera and talk to you guys. Like, it felt like not even a chore. It just felt like prison. Like, truly. Like even doing my makeup, even going to the gym. I wasn't even doing any of those things. And those things bring me joy. Like, legitimately bring me joy. Making podcast episodes for you guys bring me so much joy. Making TikToks brings me joy. Going to the gym, doing my makeup. I wasn't doing none of that. I had to experience that to realize that like making myself so much smaller was really like just not doing me any good. It wasn't benefiting my life at all. It was just me playing it safe. So that's when I was like, I had to make a decision. I'm just gonna sign up for singing lessons. Because I, like, when Wicked for Good came out, for sure, I was just like, it's always been my dream to be in, like, you know, musical theater. Like, I've always, like, my big I made it moment is, like, being on Broadway. Like, being on Broadway or, like, being front cover of Vogue. Like, I literally have my photo in my like on my mirror of like when I did my birthday photo shoot and it says Vogue on there. Because I am mad, like, it would be like I made it moment. Same thing for being on Broadway. Because I love the idea of, like, portraying a character and like making it come to life. But singing and like playing a character and making a character come to life, the combination of the two always brought me joy. And that's why I love musicals so much. And that's why it means so much to me. I was like, I'm just going to do the tiniest thing in the world and just sign up for a singing class. And that was a couple weeks ago. I signed up for my first singing class and everything in my life started changing. Where my friendship with my best friend started falling apart, my relationship with my mother started falling apart. Like, it was exactly what I predicted in the beginning of this year, that I was trying to protect myself. I'm like, if I keep taking steps forwards to my dream, a lot of people that are not meant to like come to this journey with me, it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. Like, I feel like the universe is going to like create, like, basically erase the path of like trying to hold on even longer to try to hold myself from like taking the steps forward where I need to go. And that's exactly what the universe started doing, where I'm like, I feel like both relationships are kind of like unfixable. Even my current job that brings me so much joy, it's just like, well, not joy, like so much like comfortability and stability. It's just not bringing me joy like that anymore. That I'm like, I feel like the universe is like, bitch, you took the one step you needed to take, is start taking singing lessons. Now it's your time to fly. I've been doing singing lessons. I've been wanting to record some of my singing lessons, like my journey of like, because I remember my first lesson, I was awful because I was so shy, and I'm like, this is like so vulnerable. But like, I have such a phenomenal coach where she's like, your problem is like, I could just see you closing up. Like, when you sing, all you do is like close up. You don't open your jaw all the way to sing. Like, you have a good voice. It's just a lot of fear. It's just the fact that the moment I started taking a step to like go to the, path that I need to go to, that I feel like my purpose is, I feel like is when my life started getting better. Because now, like, this whole year, I feel like I literally thought I lacked discipline so much that I was like, how the fuck was there a point in time where I would film these type of episodes? Where it's like, there'll be times where I'm like, I'm literally running on like a couple hours of sleep and I'm filming. Like, there was a time where I was making podcast episodes every single week for you guys, and then going to the gym, editing them, and like, making clips. Like, I do all of this by myself. I'm like, how the fuck did I have that level of discipline? But I was taking steps that were like necessary, that are aligning with my purpose. And I feel like ever since I started doing that with singing lessons, just that alone, it's when I started, like, I literally ended up crossing paths with my gym crush, which motivated me to start going to the gym again and start like falling in love with, having goals at the gym, where I'm like, oh my gosh, because he's so into fitness. And I remember one day we were on our date and he asked me, he was like, so what are your gym goals? Like, what is your goals that you're trying to accomplish in the gym? And I know I started coming back from working out because I had a really bad like shoulder injury. So I remember I was like, I was just taking it easy for such a long time, like going to the gym, because I didn't want to like trigger that again. But now I'm like, he had me thinking, and because he had me thinking, it motivated me to be like, let me start setting some goals for myself. Like, I want to start building my legs again, building my upper body, start really strength training my abs again. All of that, like, it's like the universe really just started working in my favor. Then now it's like my singing lessons, it motivated me because I was just doing one lesson a week. Now I'm doing 2. I'm really pushing myself, and really, like, she's been teaching me. She's like, you need to learn your strengths and your weaknesses, and you will be unstoppable. Because weaknesses, you'll know when you need to improve. Strengths, you know what to put yourself out there. It's really how it's been. Or it's like, I've been taking singing lessons. I've been, going to the gym again. I've been podcasting again. It's made me so happy that I've been really excited to create for you guys again. And then now it's like, I'm dating again. And like fully, like, I've been like, I've been exploring the idea of going on a couple dates. I have a roster, some might say. Not that like I'm having a roster just for like, some people in this generation, they want a roster because they need that validation. For me, it's more like the idea of like, oh, there's people that like me. Back then, like, I would know that many people want to shoot their shot, and I would never entertain it because, like I said, I would get so scared. Oh, I feel that they're going to sexualize me. A lot of them don't align with my whatever. It's like, no, I'll let people shoot their shot. Even if I'm like, I like the way I'm dating now, it's just like, I'm not going to sit there and go into like, oh, I need this to be a relationship. I need this to be a romantic, like, extreme something. Like, no, like, that's the point in dating. It's like, imagine if someone told you you have to go on 33 dates to find the absolute love of your life. Like, the person that's going to fulfill you and impact you in the most beautiful way. You're going to go on those 33 dates. Like, I'm going to collect information and learn more about myself within those 33 people. And that's the way that I'm trying to look at dating right now, where it's like, I'm not trying to have a roster for like self-validation or anything like that, but it's more like I need to like start learning again and like take baby little steps forward. Like, hey, like reveal a little more about myself. And like, even if it feels so painful in the moment, at least it will be a point where it doesn't hurt anymore, so I could just be vulnerable again. Because I know that's the one thing that's like my number one downfall when it comes to like anyone that I date romantically, is I start to pull away. Like, I am so avoidant and anxious at the same time, but more avoidant, that it's like I know it's detrimental to a lot of my romantic relationships. So that's that. Yeah. So we're ending off 2025 with a banger, honestly. Like, the episode is going to be out by New Year's Eve, should be out tomorrow because I'm filming on the 30th. I have so much planned for New Year's. I'm very spiritual. For those who obviously been watching me as long as you have, you know this, where I'm a big believer that what you do and how you end your year is going to be how your entire following year is going to be. Like, there's like, what was it, 2022 going into 2023, I walked into that year blacked out drunk, and I was blacked out drunk almost that entire year, and I was so miserable, just running away from my demons. 2024, I remember I walked into that year working a double, and I made the most money I ever did, like on TikTok, and just like so much success. I was so tunnel vision on like my goals, and that was so nice. And this year, what I have planned is, obviously, I'm going to be ending the year editing and having this podcast uploaded for you guys, hopefully as soon as possible by tomorrow. And I'm going to be roaming the streets with my coworkers. We're going to have a blast, because I am still really debating on if I'm going to move to New York or Philly. Because we were going to ironically go to New York, because they're like, if you step foot into New York and, you know, enter the new year in New York, then it will mean that like you're going to manifest and move to New York, because New York is the really big goal, because there's so much I can do with my career, and that'd be really nice. But like, New York, in regards to the plans with my coworkers, was not really falling through, so we might just settle for Philly. But either or, like, just be in proximity of like away from Jersey, because that is exactly what I'm manifesting for myself next year. I didn't do a vision board this year. The past 2 years I did a vision board. I have one technically for my lock screen, so like it's a constant reminder whenever I unlock my screen, I need to base my day on. Like, that's how I like to view it, and I feel like it's more productive for me personally. Or it's like I have my lock screen of like, okay, body, like I have my body goals there. I'll have like pictures of like a camera and a microphone, like, oh, podcasting, I really want to like take podcasting seriously again. I'll have modeling, I want to model, and singing, like a microphone, like I really want to sing. Like, those are really my passions, and definitely I feel like it's my purpose. But yeah, I think that's going to be everything for today's podcast episode, you guys. I love you. Those are basically like my goals next year. It's like I definitely want to move out of Jersey. That's like number one. Because I'm still also so proud of what I accomplished this year, because I ended up like getting a new car. I got a new car. I'm taking singing lessons. Like, that is so healing to my inner child. Like, you guys will never be able to understand. And I'm creating again, which creating means so much to me in a way that you guys will never understand. That like, it brings such joy into my heart and my spirit. Even I'm fucking running on 4 hours of sleep and I'm tired and I did not want to make this. I know when I'm editing this, I'm like, you did it though. In the moment of like turning on the camera, I want to pass away. But then when I'm editing and like when I turn off the microphone, I'm like, that was a good time. Like, I don't regret it. I never ever regret it. But yeah, like I have so many big things coming for the next year. I have a lot more commentary videos coming up in the future. I have one on like, I think I might do the Pretty Privileged series and might make my next one a Zac Efron. Might, or one of the Kardashians, I don't know, but like I've been really heavily thinking about the Pretty Privileged series and like continuing that truly and have some fun with it, like dress up maybe. Like, I've been wanting to really spice up my podcast. I still been thinking about my co-host. I'm still a pussy and haven't texted him or DM'd him, and it's crazy because like it's not like he would ignore me. Knowing him, he'd probably just say yes or no. But yeah, I should just ask him, because if I do the co-hosting, and then we could also do the Pretty Privileged series as like co-hosts, like him as my co-host together, That would be so cool. And I think you guys would really, really enjoy that so much. But yeah, that is everything. We are ending off 2025 with a bang of being so tired, but for like the best reasons. Let go of things that are no longer serving me in a beautiful way where it's like, it's okay if it didn't work out. Like the universe has a plan. Sometimes it's a gnarly plan, but it's a plan. I love you guys so much. If you're listening to this on Spotify, make sure to give it a 5 stars rating. If you're watching this on the YouTube podcast channel, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below your thoughts and opinions on, or maybe share your dating Wrapped. Like, I want to know all about it, all the juicy tea, and maybe comment down below some like pretty privileged like people you want me to talk about that were heavily impacted by that, topic of discussion. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you haven't, like, what are you waiting for? Like, I am here to stay. No more abandonment issues for you guys, okay? I will show up, even if I'm running on 4 hours of sleep and my hair and makeup didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to, and I need to meal prep because I'm hungry, and I will have to find a way to meal prep in time before I go to work. I love you guys so much. Happy New Year for those who are probably going to be seeing this around that time. And thank you if you still subscribe to me and like stuck around even though I wasn't really present this year. That will not happen again ever again. But like the amount of emotional pain that I was in, it was just like I did not want you guys to see that. I really didn't. And it's kind of sad because like yes, I robbed myself a lot of joy and like just from a lot, but it was so needed, like I said. So if you're going through that and you're feeling like, oh my gosh, like I feel so beat down from the world, I have no sense of discipline, like I can't even like brush my teeth or comb my hair, like it just feels like so much. Show yourself grace in the fact that it's like you're gonna end up realizing why you're feeling that way and you will overcome it. I believe in you and I love you so much. Until the next podcast episode, you guys. Happy New Year.